Hey yo guys, so a long time ago I tried to survive 100 days in hardcore Minecraft and failed, but I did say that if we had 1,000 subscribers I would try again and this time complete the challenge, and we did, quite a while ago actually. So after attempting and failing not once, not twice, where did you even come from? But 3 times, with the third being my ever closest to actually completing the mission. Oh shit! No! 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 And beating that goddamn Ender Dragon for the very first time in my life and dying on day freaking 94 or 5, I believe. I felt down in the dumps. I felt like quitting, but guess what? I'm not a quitter. And so I picked myself back up and got right back into this challenge. And right here, without further ado, is what happened when I finally survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. Let's go to the video. So we start off by loading into the world, and I get, trying to get a little anxious here as this is another attempt by me, but I am looking very forward to it. So we load into the world finally, letting the world render for a little bit before I go ahead and start beginning to cut down a bit of the trees, getting me some wood, which I then go ahead and after collecting a bit of wood, turn the logs, I should say, into planks, which I then use to make a crafting table, which I can use to get me a few tools. So we go ahead and place that down, make some sticks, which we're going to use to make a beautiful wooden pick, as well as afterwards a wooden axe, which can help me cut down these trees a little bit faster. Hello there, wolf. So I go ahead and pick up my crafting table and then begin to cut down a few more trees. And afterwards, once I've gotten a few logs, I go ahead and start exploring, in which I find some sheep, which I know are going to be super useful. So I go ahead and slaughter a few because I want to get a bed going, because I don't feel like, staying up a full 20 minutes for the whole day, or well, 10 minutes, since nighttime only lasts for 10 minutes. But we'll go ahead and make some more sticks. I'll go ahead and turn the rest of the logs I grabbed into some planks, make me a bed so now I can sleep through the nights, and go ahead and start exploring a little more. But first, I got to grab my crafting table, and I go ahead and see a little stone area basically, and so I go ahead and start mining a bit of the stone so I can go ahead and upgrade my pick to a stone pick. So we grab a bit of cobble, also find some good old coal, which of course I'm going to mine because coal is going to be super useful as we get into this run. Go ahead and explore a little bit more, find some pumpkins, which of course I'm going to gather for later. So with the goal I have in plan as I'm gathering these is to find a village, because villages are basically the meta, I feel. Villages are super helpful, and I just want to essentially just go on a journey to find a village. So we continue onward on my quest to find a village, and I end up finding one of these abandoned nether portal sites. I forget what the name of them are, but anyway, we find one of them, get a lot of good gold ingots, find some 2 enchanted gold armor, 1 with Curse of Binding, which I definitely can't wear because Curse of Binding is bad, and then just a helmet with minor protection. So afterwards, I'll go ahead and turn grab the cobble I used to make a furnace, go ahead and get that going, turn the iron I found into some beautiful ingots, which I can use for later, and then, well, actually, I say use for later, but we're going to make a shield first, because shields are great. My friends tell me shields are amazing, and I've learned to trust my friends, sort of, and just know that shields are just amazing in the long run. Shields save my life. So I made the furnace so I can cook the mutton I grabbed from the sheep. Once it's cooked, I then go ahead and pick up all my resources, continue to explore. I see this little cave down here, which I want to try and go down into a little bit, see what I can get, but all I find is some coal, which obviously I'm going to mine using my wooden pick, because I like to use my tools up to basically the maximum. I know it's not ideal, but I like to do it. Go ahead and make some torches because I cannot see crap, and continue to mine the coal till there's none of it left anymore. But I see that there's this little area, and there's actually a little spawner right there, which is pretty fortunate for me if I needed an XP farm. But of course I'm getting shot by a skeleton, because why wouldn't I be? Skeletons are the bane of my existence in this world, and I hate skeletons in this run. But we go ahead and just fight these mobs. The zombies seem to only get a singular lick in, and that was pretty much it. Yeah, don't worry, I killed the skeleton. And we're going to light the place up so I can see and put the spider out of its misery so it doesn't drown, because I hate spiders. So afterwards, we go ahead and get that done. Of course, we're going to be exploring a little bit into this cave so I can see what resources I can get into it, make a few more torches because I ran out. Go ahead and light up the area earlier, but first gotta, of course, make a stone pick, because wood is outdated and nobody likes wood. So we're just going to go ahead and explore this area for a little bit longer and just mine it for whatever resources I can get out of it. But of course, nighttime does arrive, and we go ahead and mine some coal because I don't care about nighttime. We're going to sleep in a bit. But once nighttime is here, I go ahead and sleep, and we move on to day 2. Once day 2 is here, I go ahead and continue to mine out all the coal I find in this little mine area and ravine-esque area, because I'm going to need the coal essentially to trade to the villagers. And as you can see, we left the mine area because I'm going to continue to find that village. I need to find that village. That village is going to help me out so much, and that is the end goal, is to find a village and set up camp. Day 3 comes around as I'm still exploring, looking for a village. Found nothing but a jungle biome, and of course I find some bamboo, which I know are going to be useful for later on, so I go ahead and get some bamboo. I also found some birds here, which is why you see me gathering some seeds, so I tame me a beautiful little red macaw, or whatever they're called, parrot, and tried to tame a blue one who takes 1,000,000 seeds before finally wanting to be my friend. And so, look at that, I got 2 little birds. We go ahead and make a boat so I can go ahead and sail the ocean in order to continue to look for that village, because I need the village. The village will be my best friend. It is the best way to ensure my victory in this 100 days hardcore survival challenge. I hate hardcore. But anyway, we find the village. It's still the same day, by the way, and it's pretty solid. We see a little cat running away. It's not the best village, but hey, it's something, and that's all I was looking for, is a village. But fortunately, they do have a blacksmith bench, or an upgrade gear. I believe that's what it's called anyway. So we find that, and there's a couple of villagers here too as well. Look, they even got a little stone mason guy who I forget the name is of terminology. But anyway, I kind of explore a little bit, just looking around the village, seeing what I'm working with here. They have a little miniature farm, so I don't have to worry about making a manual one myself later on. Find a librarian home, which is perfect, so I can get this guy. And actually, this guy goes ahead and makes himself a librarian for me with, of course, a lore 3 book, which I could have technically just reset, but I didn't. I just kept them there. But this home right here is going to be my base of operations. Found some sugarcane along the line, which we go ahead, or on my journey, I should say, not along the line. But I found some sugarcane on my journey here, turned it into some paper, which of course I'm going to trade to the villager. But first, we're going to trade some beautiful coal to the toolsmith, because the toolsmith is my best friend, and honestly, having the ability to get diamond tools without, needing to find diamond early on is going to be very, 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 very helpful. So I go ahead and head to the ledge over there at the beach to plant this singular sugarcane and then sleep for the night. And we go into day 4, in which I still have not traded the paper because I'm a little sporadic. But anyway, we go ahead and start gathering all of the, hay bales. And then afterwards, go ahead and, you saw me trade with a villager. Take a break to trade with them. Grab the hay bales, turn it to beautiful wheat, which I trade to the farmer villager. Level him up. See what he gives me in trades. And he wants pumpkins for emeralds, which of course I found a bunch of pumpkins back in my exploration and searching for this village. And he also gives pumpkin pie. But I went ahead and just mined a little bit of coal that I had found in the side of the mountain by this village, which of course I'm going to go ahead and pick up for the blacksmith, the toolsmith, not the blacksmith. And to go ahead and explore a little bit to see if I can find some caves, but to really no avail, as I can't really find anything. But I end up finding this ravine instead, and try to go down it safely as I can, taking a little bit of fall damage here and there. But we end up finding more coal, perfect for me to trade with the villagers, with toolsmiths, armorsmiths, and weaponsmiths. So that can help me, trade with them, level them up even faster. But as you can see, nighttime comes by as I'm trying to get back home, and I almost fall to my death. And there's a lot of close calls in here, trust me, we'll see a bunch of them. But I end up living and I don't die. So day 5 comes around, and I'm continuing to explore and look for the caves, because I'm trying to find some iron here, alright? I'm lacking iron as I head down into that little ravine. I actually found some coal, but it does go deeper. As you can see, I am able to go a lot deeper and actually find me, finally, some iron, which I need desperately. So we go ahead and start mining this beautiful iron, so I can get me a full iron set and tools, and just so I can be secure, because iron is really good early on. I don't feel like dying instantly. But as you can see, the ravine actually goes down to deep slate, and we actually find some redstone, which I unfortunately can't mine yet because I don't have an iron pick just yet. But we do see some beautiful lapis lazuli, which I can pick up with my stone pick. So I go ahead and grab it and go ahead and start making my way a little bit deeper into the deep slate, where I do find some more iron because it is a beauty, and I end up finding this little cave area. which a creeper is there to greet me after I shine a light, put my shield up, don't die instantly, very happy, and look, some gold, but I can't do anything with it. So I continue to find some more iron, because we need iron, like I said. Did I tell you guys I love iron? Like Iron Man? Anyway, we go ahead and make another furnace, because I left the other one at home, like a bum. So I went ahead and made another furnace. We place it down so I can go ahead and start cooking the iron, or smelting it, I should say. And we essentially just kind of just wait. And after a good while, we go ahead and make myself more sticks so I can go ahead and get an iron pick so I can go ahead and mine the beautiful redstone when it's ready. But I go ahead and just wait for the iron to go ahead and smelt so I can make me all, iron armor. And I make me, as you saw, boots, helmet, and leggings. And because I completely forgot to make a chest plate as well. So yeah, I forgot to make a chest plate. So we're just gonna ignore that. So go ahead and pick up my resources. Kind of chill here for a little bit. Go ahead and grab the redstone I saw earlier because I'm going to need it later for a bunch of auto farms. Go ahead and grab the gold as well that I saw because I'm going to need that for, golden apples and trading. Always going to be super, 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 super useful. So I'm going to need it. I go ahead and mine downwards and actually end up finding some diamonds, which of course I try to mine around to see if there's any more because my friends had informed me that usually if there's one diamond, you want to mine around so you can locate and find any other diamond, which unfortunately there wasn't any and we ended up just finding redstone instead. But I ended up finding this ginormous cave as I went to the bottom of it, but was met by mobs and went ahead and just left on day 6, not even paying attention. But yeah, day 6 arrives, I get out of that cave after mining a good amount more resources, went ahead and back into the librarian home. This is going to be my home for the entirety of the series. This is my home. Went ahead and smelted some of my beautiful iron, breeded my pigs, grabbed the XP, placed some chests down, put my loot in here because I was running out of inventory space. Once all the loot is in there, I have like literally 2.5 stacks of redstone. We go ahead and mess with the farms a little bit where I place down some carrots. They have established farms. Fortunately, they had carrots and potatoes, which are going to be super, super, super useful when I'm trying to trade with the villagers and make a bunch of income. So, essentially, yeah, just kind of just roam around a little bit, look around the area, just don't really mind it. Yeah, so I try to see where that toolsmith is, and he's kind of in an area, but I go ahead and just steal my furnace back that I placed in here so I can use it in my home, take his bed so I have a area to essentially just sleep in, even though I technically already have a bed at home that I forgot about, and we're just not going to acknowledge that I forgot about it. So we'll go ahead and head back home so I can go ahead and sleep for the rest of the night. And yeah, so I'm very solid. No, I'm very confident in my home here. So yeah, go ahead and sleep for the night and go ahead and move on to day 7, in which we go ahead and grab the rest of our smelted resources, and which I go ahead and sell to the toolsmith so I can upgrade him so I can try and see what good materials and tools he can give me. So once he go ahead and levels up, we go ahead and actually get really lucky. So we got an efficiency 3 iron pick with unbreaking 3 and fortune 2. That's amazing. And I also learned that I wasn't wearing an iron chest plate, so I go ahead and make that too. And we go ahead and seal him away in that house so I don't have to worry about him dying to any mobs. Go back into the cave to look for some more resources. Now that I do have an iron pick, find some more diamonds, which I can mine with the fortune, and get 2 diamonds instead of the 1, so I will definitely take that. This pickaxe is a godsend. It helps me get so many resources. As you can see, I'm mining gold and getting like double the gold. It's so great. We get out of the cave on day 8, put away a few more of my resources, cook and smelt more of my resources. Once it's smelted, I'll go ahead and make me a beautiful railings, because I'm going to need these railings for later. Because as I'm getting started here, I actually decided, hey, let me get a sugarcane farm going. And day 9, I'm basically, as these days go on, I'm essentially getting ready to make this auto sugarcane farm. But it'll get to nowhere, as you see later. But day 9, I go ahead and mine into these half of this mountain, reaching water, and end up basically trying to dig down, unclogging all the water in this little cave into day 10, which I should have just ignored. But as I kept doing it, I ended up finding this beautiful little cave system, which I go ahead and mine the water that I had clogged up from earlier down, so it can be my essentially elevator to get down into the depths of this beautiful cave, which of course once I'm down here, I find more diamond. I've actually gotten very lucky. So we found diamond like really early on and ended up finding even more on day 10. Of course, an Enderman's trying to fight me. My shield breaks and they do a lot of damage. So I really did not feel like dying, but I killed it nonetheless. Was chased by a zombie. Didn't have to worry about it. Went to my diamond that I was waiting so patiently for. Made sure the zombie wasn't following me and mined the beautiful diamond and got a lot of diamonds. So that's really good. Killed a zombie because he was staring at me funny. So go ahead and explore a little bit. Find some more diamond. Creeper tries to kill me. Ends up blowing up and I actually lose the 2 diamonds right there. Fortunately, I was able to like pick up 1. But that really sucks because that could have been so much more diamond. But unfortunate that the creeper had to blow up those 2 pieces and only gave me 1 in return. Tried to mine around it, as you can see, but to no avail. Found nothing there. But I ended up finding more diamonds on the side. And I love, I love the word diamond because I've been saying it a lot. Feels like it, but I found more. So that's going to be helpful. I don't really intend to use it to make armor though. It's more so I can make a enchantment table. As you know, I'm going to have a toolsmith, armorsmith, weaponsmith, and that'll be my method of getting diamond armor and tools. So by the end of day 10, I go ahead and make my way out of the cave, and day 11 is here as I'm putting away a bit more of my resources, looking out into the sunset. But I put away a few more things, organizing my chest, getting ready for this auto sugarcane farm that I thought I could make, but I can't because there is a vital resource I am missing, and that is quartz, which we are nowhere near like close to at all. As you can see, I'm still building, or well, not building, but getting the resources for it because I'm really dedicated to trying to make this auto sugarcane farm so that I can essentially be ready for the librarians that I'm going to be using, because I'm going to make a auto villager farm as well. So we try to get like I said, we're getting the resources here ready for an auto sugarcane farm, but it ends up being for nothing in the end. Just foreshadowing here, but that's what I was just keeping in just so you see what I was doing for the beginning of this day. So I go ahead and cut down the tree that was in the middle of the little farm here. Go ahead and then decide that I'm going to trap the villagers, at least the ones that have jobs that are set in stone. We're going to start trapping them, in which I'm going ahead and start to trap this farming villager because I want to get me some apples or golden carrots at the end of the day. So, yep, there's that. He ends up walking forward, which I kind of mess up on, but it's no biggie as I'm able to just literally bury this man alive and suffer no consequences for it. So, yeah, there's that. Go ahead and grab his little composter so he can, replenish his jobs when I do get a efficient farm going, and he can restock on his resources. So I go ahead and mess with my farm a little bit, or well, this is not really my farm. This is the default villager farm. I kind of just mess with it a little bit, but I do grab the resources from it, making sure I grab all of the fully grown crops. Then I go ahead and start to dig down to him so I can place down some ladders and easily climb in and out of his little hidey hole so that I'm able to traverse fairly easily and trade with him even easier and not worry about it, because mobs I don't think can climb ladders. I don't think so anyway, or maybe they can. No, they can, but I don't have to worry about it either way. We get another farmer villager, but he's not set in stone, and as you can see, I learned that you cannot place ladders on what is that, like shoveled dirt. But anyway, I make a cartography table thinking that's going to turn him into a Fletcher, when that's not how it works. I'm a bit of a Minecraft noob, but he didn't seem to turn, so I broke his farming composter, which still didn't get to seem to make him turn, so I kind of just like waited out a little bit. But after kicking that villager out of my freaking bed, we move on to day 12, where I go ahead and check on my beautiful sugarcane farm. I lied. We went to the water because I found some coal, actually. But no, we actually were trying to grab some gravel because, like I said, I was trying to make a Fletcher. And to make a Fletcher, you need 2 flint, which I had the flint right there. I don't know why I didn't stop. But of course, I'm going to grab this coal because you need coal. Coal is essential. So I continue onwards to explore more of these ravines, seeing if there's maybe more coal I can grab, which doesn't really look like it. But I do end up finding some in a different cave, which of course I'm going to grab. I then begin to break the 2 gravel to try and get me some flint, which I'm a dingus, I know. I got 2 flint already, but I just started focusing on this and finally got the flint from the gravel I needed. So afterwards, we go ahead and make a fletching table, which I then place down instead of the cartography table. So I get me a Fletcher, which he finally transformed into, but he didn't turn into the Fletcher I wanted. But I got it on second try after a reroll, and now I can basically have essentially an easy way of getting emeralds, because selling sticks is a good way. But day 13 is here. We plant some bamboo down because bamboo is another easy way to get sticks, which I place the bamboo right next to him, so it's just an easy method of me trading to him to get essentially him to sell sticks. It's just easier. It's more efficient. I get a bunch of sticks. I crawl down, or try to anyway, into the hole with him, sell him my beautiful sticks, and get some emeralds out of it. So we're good. I then go ahead and start cutting down some trees because this guy is going to be a vital source of emeralds for the time being anyway, because sticks are such an easy way to get emeralds. And so after a bit of mining and cutting down trees, we go ahead and get a buttload of logs. I even level him up a little bit. So far he's just selling a bow and arrows, which is fine for now. But we then turn all of the planks we got from the oak logs into sticks and get quite a fair good amount of them. Once that is done, we go ahead and start trading with him even more, getting a crap load of emeralds. And there's also a bunch of good XP, so it's really good for later on when I do get that enchantment table for later on. So I go ahead and head home, put away a few of my resources as I'm still looking through what I need. I grab a bit of my iron as I'm going to go ahead and make some buckets, because I do need 2 water buckets for this auto sugarcane farm that I'm still trying to plan for. And yeah, even though we know it doesn't, well, you guys don't know, I know, I'm just letting you know, just so you have an understanding of what I'm doing in these early on days, and that it's for nothing. But as you can see, I start breeding the pigs so I can get XP and also get a little bit of a piggy farm going. So once that's going, we go ahead and lock them in, keep them locked, and stored away forever. So I start messing with the farm even more, go ahead and empty it out completely so I can just plant only carrots in this area, so I can sell it to the villager as he takes carrots for emeralds, or the farming villager I should say. So that's essentially what we do, and this is on day 14, mind you, so that is all we're really doing on day 14, is planting down our seeds so I can have crops to sell to the villager. We head back to Mr. Composter, farming villager himself, sell to him all of the wheat I got from farming and just the hay bales, sell him all of the carrots I found, which isn't a lot, and we got a good amount of emeralds. I go ahead and level him up by buying just pumpkin pie off of him. Make a iron hoe because I'm going to need it for farming, obviously. Go ahead and till the ground here. But accidentally tilled too much, so I'm trying to turn this back into dirt. Place down the beautiful melons because I did find melons on my journey. Cut down some more trees for some more sticks so I can sell it to the Fletcher because we love selling sticks. Because sticks, again, is a vital way of me making easy money. And it also levels them up like pretty fast. Like, it's a pretty poor level, but it levels them up pretty fast. Then we sleep for the day, get to day 15, go ahead and still continuing to cut down some logs because sticks. And I actually explore out a little more, not too far from home, when I find some sugarcane, which of course I'm going to gather around so I can go ahead and plant it out and get ready for the auto sugarcane farm. I then go ahead and decide that I'm going to even out, stupid baby piggy, even out the farm and make it like a solid square instead of it just being like inwards. So once I fix it, a piggy and a sheep escape, which of course I don't feel like putting them back away, so I just go ahead and slaughter them. But with the sugarcane we did find, we made some paper, which of course I'm going to trade to the villager, librarian I should say. I was going to say later, but now, and level them up a little bit. Then turn all of the logs I found into beautiful sticks, or well, planks I should say, to make some fences for the farm. And then of course more sticks because I love selling to this guy. Again, this guy, great source of income. Also, he leveled up, so as you can see, he sells crossbows now, which are not the greatest. So we go ahead and expand our beautiful farm here a little bit. Don't mind the background noise, it's raining outside as I'm doing this. But yeah, so we go ahead and place down the farm fences down here so I can basically expand the farm, and so the animals have more area to explore. And so I can basically just trap even more animals into this area on day 15, mind you. So with that done, we go ahead and leave the area, and yeah, I'm feeling fairly confident about this little farm. It's getting a little dark. Decide I'm going to lure some cows into this farm because that's the only thing I'm missing. I'm going to need cows because cows are going to be vital for leather. But we got to get this cow in here first, so hurry up and get in here. Once he's in here, I go ahead and trap him in there, and don't have to worry about him escaping at all. Day 16 comes, go check on my sugarcane farm, plant some more sugarcane down, so I can get this farm growing a little bit better, sort of. Not really, just so I can at least have some sugarcane growing as my boat is chilling there. And we even see a little sea turtle guy. He's just chilling there. But go ahead and grab me another cow because I do need cows. Cow supremacy. And this is going to be super helpful later down the line. So we go ahead and grab this cow, lure him all the way back to my home. Get him into the farm with all the other animals swarming me because I have a piece of wheat. But of course he can't get in because everybody's blocking the doorway. But got him in nonetheless. Go ahead and close it. And I just go ahead and decide to breed the two cows together. Get this cow farm going. Yeah, so everybody's sharing the area. And bam, we got a baby. So afterwards, go ahead and go ahead and make me another shield because I did lose the last one back in that cave. Go ahead and sell to the Fletcher after restocked everything. More sticks until I can't sell them anymore. Went to my toolsmith, sold him what iron I had, and went ahead and decided that I was going to buy another iron pick with the same resources so I can combine them together, as well as the shovel with efficiency 2 and breaking 2 and fortune, which is pretty good. And he ends up selling efficiency 1 diamond axe, but I wasn't fast enough and he ended up escaping, which I kind of just stared at him angrily because he got away. So there's nothing much I can do there. I just let him roam around for a little bit until I can trap him later. So we go back into the cave with my current pick, trying to see if there's any other resources I can really grab. We head down here a little bit before I get swarmed by zombies. I'm doing fairly fine, alright, but until I literally get sandbagged by a million zombies and almost die, almost killed the run. I was scared out of my mind. I kid you not, the fear of God was putting me, like, look at all those zombies, there's so many freaking zombies. But anyway, I try to live by essentially just digging down. A skeleton shoots me, and I'm living on the cusp of life. I have like literally no health, so I just chill in this little hole, eat my pumpkin pie, and wait for my health to restore. Once it's fully restored, I go ahead and get a little brave, make sure the coast is clear, see the skeleton, but no worries, I killed every single mob in that area, was not dealing with it. Go ahead and mine some iron and coal I found, so you know I could feel something sufficient of this mining expedition, and I don't feel like I died. But yeah, go ahead and mine all of the coal, kill some more mobs because I don't feel like dying with a bone, mind you. Get out towards the end of the night and go ahead and trade with the toolsmith one last time, but can't really do anything, and sleep. Day 17 comes, go ahead and start smelling the iron that I grabbed from down there. Go ahead and bone meal the the melon as well. Or wait, no, that's the pumpkin, my bad. The pumpkin I had placed down as well, so I can go ahead and get that started to grow. Make some bone meal from the beautiful seeds I was able to harvest. I lied, that was the pumpkin. I'm not paying attention, my bad. Trade to the villager, of course, make some income. Trade to the toolsmith, of course, make some income. Get them all the way to nearly expert. Trade to the coal, which I thought wasn't going to be enough, but was enough to level them up finally to master, right? Yeah, master. And we get an efficiency 1 diamond pick, which of course I'm going to go ahead and take after fighting with myself for a little bit. But nope, we go ahead and take it because a diamond pick is a diamond pick at the end of the day. I do grab a diamond axe as well as a weapon for later. Go ahead and head down back into the mines, trying to see if I can maybe locate more diamonds or anything really useful. Mostly obsidian, but right now we are trying to look for diamonds if we can. We do find some lapis lazuli, which is pretty helpful, obviously. We end up finding even more diamond, which of course I'm going to mine with my fortune pick, and there's some more diamond around it as well. Almost died to a creeper. That's another close call, but we're fine nonetheless. We find some lava, which of course I'm going ahead and gonna mine for some more obsidian, and that is our first piece. God, it takes a while, but this is our first piece of obsidian we're able to grab as our journey to the nether begins, or at least trying to get to the nether. So I end up finding another lava piece, and you know, it would have been easier if I literally just put cobble over the lava instead of trying to turn it into obsidian via whatever I'm doing right here, and I end up just losing the lava instead. So that's dummy part on me. Literally should have just placed a rock there. But either way, we get another piece of obsidian to get ready for this nether trip, which we're not going to go into just yet, but I do need the obsidian because I'm going to need it for the nether. I'm going to need it for the nether, and I'm going to need it for the enchantment table. As you can see, I did find diamond, but of course, the zombies just would not let it be and give me my goddamn diamond, but we got it nonetheless. I went ahead and tried to mine around it a little bit, but to no avail. There was no other extra diamonds. There's a million creepers over there, which of course I tried to fight for their beautiful gunpowder. And after being swarmed by 2 skeletons that are literally trying to kill me, they end up fighting, and I let them fight, duke it out, while I'm basically distracted. Almost died to a creeper as well. That scared the crap out of me. My freaking instincts were fast, and thank God I didn't die. But man, that was a big yikes. But we made it out there nonetheless. Day 18, we're done. I get out of this cave and kind of make a vow that I'm not going back down here until I have a full set of diamond armor, because iron armor sucks. This is when I learned that iron armor absolutely sucks in hardcore. It is absolutely useless. So go ahead and turn my bamboo that I grab into sticks, because we're trying to make some money here. All right, I'm gonna need this for later. I'm gonna need to start getting ready. So, yep, we go ahead and make some sticks, and afterwards, of course, I'm gonna sell the sticks to my beautiful Fletcher, who is very, 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 very close to leveling up. And to essentially get him to level up, I just buy arrows, which I know are going to be super useful for later. So after that, I go ahead and empty my inventory, make some room, because it is a mess. Yeah, inventory organization, I don't know what that is. So to make even more space, we go ahead and turn all the redstone I grabbed, into blocks, put them away, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, obviously, I'm going to smelt the resources I found, put some coal where it needs to be, and that's essentially all we do. As I'm looking at my beautiful sugarcane farm that I was trying to get worked on, that I learned I couldn't do because I needed quartz for an observer, and I didn't have that. So we killed cows earlier, as you saw on day 19. Go ahead and start mining some beautiful clay with the beautiful, efficient shovel I grabbed from the toolsmith, because I'm going to use this clay essentially to sell to the mason so I can make easy emeralds. But once he levels up, he then just takes stone for emeralds, which is the best thing you could ever get. So that's really good. But afterwards, once that is done, go ahead and sell them until I can't, and get some emeralds, because that's what we need. I even found this cat that I tamed, and I named him Garfield. His name's Garfield. Say hello to Garfield the cat. He will play no other significant role in this series at all. He is just there for you to look at. So, say hello, Garfield. He's a beautiful little cat. So, yeah, we just have him sit, and that's the last you'll ever see of Garfield. Hope you didn't enjoy him. So, yeah, there we are, day 19. Gather my resources, sell what I can. Oh, I did upgrade the Fletcher, by the way, and he did sell a Power 2 Unbreaking 2 bow, which, of course, I had to snag. And I'm going to probably snag another one later so I can make it Power 3 and Unbreaking 3. So we'll go ahead and head down into the mines, because after I vowed to myself I wasn't going to go down here, I did want to try out my new bow. And try it out I did, as you can see, because I had a bow now, and I felt more confident, which is dumb on my part. I don't know why I went down here to test it out. Literally could have just saved it, but wanted to test it out nonetheless, and had a bit of a power hungry. I became power hungry, but we ended up start killing mobs for some extra XP. Let the creeper blow up, not worry about him at all, and continue to explore a little bit after I kill some mobs. Yeah, pretty much, that's it. But I did find some redstone, and of course we're going to mine that beautiful redstone, because redstone is a beautiful thing. I also think I skipped over... No, I didn't. I'm using the fixed efficiency fortune breaking pick that I grabbed from the toolsmith. So yeah, no. We end up just using it. I still need obsidian, that's why we went down here, now that I remember, but we do need obsidian, because I am trying to get that nether portal, remember, and a, essentially, what's it called? I forget. Enchantment table, there we go. But as I'm going down, I nearly die again. This cave is going to be the bane of my existence. I started getting sniped all over the place by skeletons because aimbot is annoying. And yeah, I essentially just leave with my life intact, barely, and make it the hell out of that cave because I can't learn my lesson of not going in the goddamn cave when I don't have a full set of diamond armor. But it is nighttime when I leave, it's raining, and I go ahead and finally just pass out. I'm like, I'm done. No, I'm done. We're done with that game. Get out of my bed. I'm going to sleep. All right, day 20 is here. With the gold I found, we go ahead and make some golden apples and smelt the iron I did find so I can sell it to the villagers for later. Once that is done, go ahead and make our way down, and I kind of just chill. Go to the Fletcher, of course, sell to him, or not sell, sorry, buy the other bow, because again, we're going to combine it so we can get a very, very powerful bow for later on. Make some iron blocks so I can get an anvil going, because I don't have one, so we're going to need to make an anvil. So as I'm waiting for my iron to smelt, I go ahead and sell some stone that I smelted to the mason so I can go and try to get him to level up a little bit, as well as get, you know, a good amount of resources. Check on our sugarcane farm, gather some more sugarcane, which of course I'm then going to plant down in a bit. I lied. We only placed one down. We're going to make the rest into paper. But once I get enough iron to make the iron blocks, we're going to go ahead and place that down. Go ahead and get the anvil going here, and bam. I try to figure out where I'm going to place it, fall down to the stairs because I'm a dingus, but we place it on top of the crafting table because that's where it's going to go. And after it is placed there, we go ahead and combine the 2 iron picks, which, god damn, that's a lot, that's very expensive, but we do get efficiency 4 on breaking 3, and, like, you know, fortune 3. I decided to combine the bows first because it's cheaper that way. Because I was afraid I was going to run out of XP. But I had enough XP to combine both, so now we both have a very good efficiency pick and a very good bow. So that was a dub on my part. So go ahead and start mining out a little bit of dirt as I'm trying to basically clear an area. Because on day 20, this is where I decide to make my farm. This is where I'm going to be making a farm that's going to have nothing but carrot, nothing but potato, nothing but pumpkin, and all of that. So we till the land completely, and this is where I'm going to place down all of the wheat. I grab all of the wheat that is fully grown so I can get some seeds and begin to start placing down all of the wheat on days 21 through 23. I essentially spend days 21 through 23 doing this, and you'll see as we keep going, I was placing the wheat seeds here until I basically ran out. Once we placed it all down, I then bone mealed a few of it so I can get more seeds, using the fortune pick on the crops, because I learned that fortune, anything literally works on crops. But afterwards, we willed 4 blocks high, and on this row, this is going to be nothing but potatoes. No, sorry, not potatoes, carrots. This level is going to have nothing but carrots, and I go ahead and start tilling the ground, and basically get ready. So once it's all tilled, like I said, all carrots are going to be here. There's going to be nothing but carrots. This is a very good efficient farm that I learned about, and it comes to help really later. But once all the carrots I place down, I then build up again for another layer, because we're going to go ahead and start getting ready to work on a beautiful potato farm, which is going to be the same layout, same everything. We go ahead and place the dirt down. Once everything is down, of course, I break any extra pieces that I placed and start tilling the ground even more, breaking a hole in the spot where the water is going to be. Grab the water, place it down. Once everything's tilled, I start placing down all the potatoes I can for now, as I don't have a lot of potatoes to start off with. Once that is done, of course, I need some more dirt, and I actually find this area that I'm going to use to house all of my villagers later, so I just go ahead and start stealing the dirt from this area that I'm going to use later, so I can use it for the farm and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Get this area, you know, essentially mined out a bit so I can be ready. But after I mine out a little bit and get me a bit of extra dirt, we go ahead and get ready to work on another layer for the farm. This layer is going to have the melons on it. So once all the dirt is placed, I go ahead and start tilling in a bit of a pattern so the melons can basically place themselves in the best efficient way possible. But once I have that done, we again work onto the final layer, which is of course for the pumpkins. And in the same way the melons are placed, they're going to be placed the same way as well, with this pattern way, so that the pumpkins are essentially planted everywhere efficiently. So once that is done, we go ahead and start placing down all of this beautiful pumpkin seeds that I was able to grab, because you get more pumpkin seeds from a whole pumpkin than you do melons from a melon slice, which I guess makes sense. But afterwards, we go and start digging more dirt for the rest of day 23, so I can go ahead and clear out this area, because again, this area is where I'm going to be housing a bunch of villagers. So on day 24, we end up start digging out this area, trying to hollow it out, because like I said, this is where the villagers are going to be. This is where I'm going to get the auto system done. On day 25, we finish hollowing it out, getting a doorway ready, so I'm able to get in and out of the area efficiently as I can when I'm getting ready to put these villagers away. I even made another chest so I can place all of my building blocks in here. That is a lot of dirt. That's going to come in very handy. But at the end of the night, go ahead and start grabbing my crops. And like I said, fortune does work on crops, so it is really good. Day 26 comes around. I place some iron doors, so I have an efficient way of getting in and out of the villager area without them opening the door automatically. And begin mining for some sand, because I am going to make the roof completely out of sand, or sorry, glass, my bad, so I can essentially just look at the villagers. I think it would look pretty neat, in my opinion. I think it would look pretty cool. So from days 27 to 32, I essentially just spend it trading with my villagers, getting, you know, emeralds, leveling them up, buying lanterns so I can light up certain areas that I need for later, as well as we spend this time, you know, buying glass so I don't have to constantly keep smelting it, so I can start covering this whole ceiling with glass. And that's what we do throughout the entire days, is just getting the villagers also into the area, getting them completely covered in glass so they have a roof and I don't have to worry about mobs falling in as well. And that is essentially what we were doing throughout this entire day, even placing down the lanterns, like I said, for lighting later on my farm, so I don't have to worry about mobs spawning on them. We place down more glass, trying to cover it up as much as I can. Fortunately, librarian there does sell glass, so that's efficient. I even put carpet on my fence because my friends were telling me I'm a bum for not doing that, and I always forgot to do that. We get the blacksmith, or sorry, the toolsmith even down here, and place down his little thing down here so he can get started. Go ahead and still mess with my crops because money, and finally cover the entirety of the roof in glass. On day 33, here we are, of course, I'm messing with my crops per the norm. I did get the villagers to breed a little bit, but we are trying to get them breed even more because I do need a crap load of villagers. We even get a bunch of beds crafted here so I can place it down and have a bunch of villagers housed. And throughout days 34 through 39, I am starting to get ready to work on an auto iron farm, which I did see a tutorial on, and I will have it up here somewhere on the video. But we are going ahead and getting an area ready for an auto iron farm, which I'm going to use for essentially auto iron and to sell to villagers a lot efficiently. So as you can see, I start placing down the parts here, and just to let it be known, I do kind of mess up a bit on the auto iron farm, but I'll show you once we get a little bit towards the end. I do get villagers up there once I have it basically sealed, break them out, and then punch them into the area so they can be there. Once I get the hoppers going, which is where the iron is going to fall, I grab some lava because I didn't have lava on hand. So I went out to explore to find some lava. Ended up finding an amethyst node on my journey too, but went back, placed the lava down, trade with the villagers to get a name tag because I do need to get a zombie, which I'm going to name John because I thought it was funny. Afterwards, we get a zombie trapped in our little area. Go ahead and essentially trying to figure out how to seal him in, but he keeps walking in and out. So I can't really not do it with him. I didn't want to punch him, but it looks like I really had no choice. So I just had to basically punch him to get him in there, and he sealed away. Look at that. Scammer gets scammed, but he gets scammed. And like that, he's got trapdoors, so he can't escape. So he's there for now. And like that, we've completed the auto iron farm. But like I said, I did mess up a little bit because if you can see me climbing up, I made the water infinite one, and those 2 dirt blocks you see back there are not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be leaves, but I didn't know how to grab leaves because I'm an idiot. So it was dirt for a good while until I learned to place leaves later. But I do end up turning the water, instead of it just being still infinite water, it goes ahead and turns into a flowing river to push the golems down into the pit, like so. So after making sure it works efficiently, watching a golem essentially burn to death and stare me in the eyes as he's wondering why I don't save him, because he's a resource. That is why I am using him to sell iron on the black market. Anyway, the chests are working clearly. We do grab all the dirt out of the chest, and we got 2 iron. He didn't give me a lot of iron, but something's better than nothing. I then spend the rest of the day just basically emptying out my crops and planting them. On day 40, we get 2 villagers to breed. That's right, we got a whole 2 villagers breeding. Yes, sir, you'll love to see it. And I even start to place the floor a little bit with some granite. And you see all that golem I had to kill? That's an example of why the dirt shouldn't be there. The golems end up climbing outside with the dirt and are able to escape. I then begin to start digging a little dirt tunnel in which I'm going to be placing the villagers in. And as you can see, it was a little bit open, so I start covering it up with some extra dirt that I had from basically digging so much. So this is where I'm going to place the villagers when I start farming them up and having a bunch of different villagers. But this is the little cave that's going to hold them for now as I continue to dig and place more dirt and just dig deeper just so I can house them. So this is where all of them are going to be. It's going to be very easy to access. I'm going to have a little railroad system going into here, but this is where they're going to be housed. This is where I'm going to hold them, and yeah, it's going to be pretty good. But we're doing this on day 40. I don't know if I said that, but yeah. But day 41, here we are. I'm placing the railroad system. This is how I'm going to get them in. As you can see, I go ahead and get a villager in a little spot, and this is where I'm going to be placing down a armor. So a blast furnace makes the armor, and this is how I get it. So we go ahead and head into the night, mine my crops, so I'm able to make a bit of more resources. I buy some armor off of the armorer, smelt it down on day 42, sell to the Fletcher to get more emeralds, so I'm able to then buy even more armor later on, so I can go ahead and level them up, because I'm trying to get diamond armor here. That is what we're trying to do. But as you can see, he does take iron, which is great for the auto iron farm, so I level him up. Right here, he even takes even more iron, but I'm unable to level him up because he runs out of stock. So we go ahead and make another minecart, because I'm going to go ahead and get ready to place another villager soon. But I start to sell to him once again, leveling him up. And we got diamond leggings with Unbreaking 1 and blast protection or fire protection or whatever. And then beautiful boots of Feather Falling 4, which are absolutely fantastic. Once he levels up again, we get a blast protection 3 diamond helmet, which is and an Unbreaking 1 diamond chest plate, which is actually pretty good if I'm able to get a bunch more of them. But that is pretty good. So then we go ahead and get another villager down here. They're going to turn them into the librarian, so I'm able to get more enchantment tables, enchantment books, sorry. But we get him to mending, which is what the goal was. I wanted to get him to mending, so once he got to mending, that was the plan. We then go ahead and buy a mending book, which I'm going to need for later on. We go ahead and get another villager started in here, so I can go ahead and get him going. We go ahead and are going to turn this guy into another beautiful librarian, and I'm going to go ahead, and I actually didn't even have to re-roll him. He gave me an efficiency 5 book, but I re-rolled him anyway to give me prot 1, because protection on my armor is good, and we're on day 45 by the time this is going on. We spent a lot of days just messing around, getting money, putting these villagers up. Day 46, I add mending to the diamond pick I had, start grabbing all of my crops, placing them all down, harvesting them all just to place them all back down. We're trying again we're just making money. A lot of these days are just being me grabbing all my resources throughout the day, selling, making money. Day 47, we got a looting 2 book from a villager. Went ahead and bought mending again, because we're trying to put mending onto this diamond pick of mine, because it is beautiful. Feather Falling diamond boots. We got our first set of diamond, which of course is going to be awesome. We're trying to get a full set, but we got the first set of diamond Feather Falling. Day 48, went ahead and did my same routine of selling to my villagers. Got my diamond chest plate of Unbreaking 1. Go ahead and put that on. We have our second diamond piece of armor. 2 more to go. As day 48 is going, we go ahead and get a grindstone here, so we can get one of the other villagers into a toolsmith, which gives me a pretty good sword with sharpness 2 and breaking 2. I'll take it. We end up getting our next diamond helmet on day 49, getting ready to basically have almost a full set. Day 50 to 51, I then go ahead and go out to explore a little bit, as I am essentially looking for obsidian. Like I said, I need to make a nether portal, and I do mine up all of this obsidian, as well as an enchantment table, because I do need those. So we go ahead and mine out all of this obsidian, almost dying again, another close call to a, drowned. Almost died, had to swim to shore, ate my baked potato, waited for me to heal, went ahead and made a boat because I just didn't feel like swimming and dying to drown again. So we went and swam over there to that little, I guess, underwater monument thing. I forget what it's called. It had some pretty lackluster resources, trying to catch my breath because I don't want to drown. But it ended up having just very lackluster resources. Only thing that was kind of good, quote unquote, was the lore 2 fishing rod. But I have a villager that sells me lore 3 books, so that's kind of useless. Go ahead and talk to the villagers a little bit, make sure they're doing their thing until I can finally buy the last piece of diamond armor I need. And bam, we have a full set of diamond armor on day 52. We then also make a enchantment table. Like I said, I've been trying to get this done for so long. Place it down along with 4 library books. The bookshelves, how do they leave my mind? Anyway, we go ahead and start working on the nether portal as well, having a nice little area just ready for it. It's on the stairs that get me down to the cave. I just dug to the left, and this is where I placed down my nether portal. And like that, we go ahead and have it go through my inventory. I did make flint and steel, and we light it up, but I am not going through it just yet. I will need it for later, but I'm not going through it just yet. We'll have to wait for next time. But for now, days 53 to 54, I go ahead and get started on some more villagers as I'm trying to essentially get some more librarians with some more good loot. But the reason why it took so long is because I literally spent the entirety of day 53 and 54 re-rolling this librarian to give me prot 1, which I could have sworn I already had a librarian that gave me that, but I think I was just a fool on that part. But I got the prot 1 because I'm going to need that for my armor later on, because prot is very useful. We then head into the nether at the end of day 54, and I begin to essentially just look around the area. Not doing too much, just really looking around, exploring a little bit, made a stairway to get down because I was on a bit of a cliff. But I got down, started mining some beautiful quartz for some XP, and I'm going to need these quartz as well for some, observers. I ended up also killing a ghast. Got very lucky there. Killed a ghast, ate my potatoes, tried to live. I do need the quartz for the observer. Day 55, we get out of the nether. All of the gold I mined, from the nether, I made into beautiful ingots, which I'm going to use for later in trading. Trade with my villagers, talk with them a little bit, get some more bookshelves from one of my librarians, place them down. We're good to go. Made some more sticks on day 56 because I am just gathering resources. That's all we're doing throughout these days, is just gathering resources to sell to my villagers. Day 56, we're still breeding villagers. We're doing a lot of breeding, gathering resources, selling. Day 57, back to the grind. It's just a lot of this because I am emerald hunting, selling to the villagers again, making that income, buying 2 more bookshelves to place down around the enchantment table, buying a bunch of more bookshelves so I can finally completely surround my enchantment table in bookshelves, which we do on day 58 by the time we are done with it, as you can see. Ba-bam. So with that done, I go ahead and start de-enchanting the leggings and the helmet because they aren't really the greatest enchantment-wise, and I do have the levels to spare. So we go ahead and sell with the Fletcher one last time on day 58 to get me some extra funds and a little bit of extra XP as well. And once that is done, I buy the last 3 bookshelves I need in order to completely surround the enchantment table. I then go ahead and start looking at the enchantments I have. We got Blast Protection 4, which is not the greatest for that helmet, but we did get Protection 3 on these leggings, which I am a little bit hesitant against. I went ahead and just re-rolled, got Prot 4 on the diamond helmet. I enchanted the book in order to give me Prot 4, and I ended up caving in and also buying the diamond leggings and getting Breaking 3 and Protection 3 as well on these leggings. So not bad. Almost everything has Prot, I should say. I do combine 2 Prot 1 books to make a Prot 2 book, and also on day 59, this is where I learned how to get oak leaves, because I'm a big idiot. I didn't know you could, or I forgot, I forgot you could grab oak leaves with shears. So on day 59, we got rid of the dirt, placed the freaking oak leaves there, and now the iron golems are unable to climb and get out of the goddamn auto iron farm. So yeah, they can't leave, they can't escape. Thank God. I cannot believe I absolutely forgot that freaking situation. But anyway, we go back down into the mines as I'm grabbing more iron and coal to test out my beautiful pick, because I love my pick. But we head out into here, grabbing some coal and iron. The reason I went down here on day 60 is because I was looking for this. That's why I was in that cave. We went down to try and look for the amethyst node because I am now officially going to start working on my auto sugarcane farm. I'm trying to get it done, so we're mining all of this because I need it for the building blocks. Because I, again, watched a tutorial on what? So the video is right here. Haha, check it out. I watched that tutorial on how to make it, and I'm going to show you guys basically the process of me making this auto sugarcane farm. But first, of course, I got to sell to my villagers because I got to make money. Because emeralds, again, need them. Very good income. Kind of need it for this quest. So we sell to the villagers, get my emeralds, continue to try and upgrade the weaponsmith so I can get a diamond sword with hopefully good enchants. We're hoping here. But talk to him a little bit, and we begin. On day 61 through 65, I start working on the auto sugarcane farm, which is going to take a lot. So first, go ahead and make all the items I need. I make a redstone repeater. I go down into the nether because I need gold, so I get some nuggets to make some ingots to make powered rails, which I'm a little bit short on, but I make them nonetheless. We upgrade the villager as well in the meantime as I'm doing all this. Got a sucky diamond sword. I unenchanted my chest plate as well and got to upgrade it to a prot 4, so definitely a dub right on that part. So almost all my armor has prot 4. I did also unenchant my boots and got unbreaking 3, depth strider 3, and fire protection 3, which is yikes. Yeah, that hurt. So we talk to the villager again. I buy 2 prot 3 enchantment books, or not 2, sorry. I buy the 1 because I'm going to use it to upgrade my leggings later on. But we go ahead and start digging for sand because for the auto sugarcane farm, we do need glass to cover the area. So I just essentially start digging for sand, get the glass I need by smelting it. So this is all the sand I need. I start working on a daylight sensor because I'm going to need that for later. We make an observer because I'm also going to need that. Make a bunch of pistons because I do need those to push the sugarcane off when they get too tall. Getting the last of my pistons I need. For that, we have a crap load of sugarcane, which of course I'm going to need for later. And on day 66 through 68, we start digging out the area. Those other ones we're kind of just gathering for resources. I went to this cliff to throw out my dirt, and I ended up falling. Feather falling is a godsend though, and I only took 4 damage. Thank God for that. But anyway, I get back up. I place down all the railings I need. So to get this little system going for the minecart, I place down the observer the repeater with a torch, place some redstone as well on top of this block so it can constantly send the signal to the minecart I'm going to place down. That'll gather all of the sugarcane for me to keep going back and forth and not just stay stuck. I end up placing another railing there because I had to go back to the nether to make more. But I placed dirt all over the train tracks, placing slabs as well in between because this is where the water's going to go. I then spend the night filling it up all of water so I can plant the sugarcane, place down some of these amethyst to cover the water along with pistons on top of it, facing each side, placing it on top with amethyst as well, covering the amethyst with redstone, and then lastly putting the sugarcane where I need to be, accidentally placing it like that, but placing the sugarcane where it needs to be, and then lastly covering the entirety of this area in glass, which I do like so, leaving areas open so I'm able to place sugarcane in the spots that I ran out of sugarcane for, which I'll cover up obviously once I get the sugarcane. But we then go ahead and place down the observer and the sensor so this can alert the entirety of the pistons on when to work. I even placed down another sensor, one for daylight, one for nighttime, so I constantly get a flow of sugarcane going night and day, and we get this done on day 69. And as you can see, it's starting to work a little bit. So I go ahead and get my singular piece of sugarcane and go back to talking to my villagers, making an income as it should. There is no day where I'm not making income, and spend the rest of the night cutting down some oak logs so I can go ahead and use those for later. Day 70, I talk to the villagers in here so I can sell them a buttload of potatoes and actually get lucky and one of them sells an apple, which are very helpful for later. But I go ahead and sell all the potatoes I grabbed from farming to them until I can't sell it to anymore. Made a good income. Go ahead and buy another Prot 3 enchantment book because I'm going to need that. And we turn it into a Prot 4 enchantment book because I'm going to enchant. This is where I learned. I thought you could make I thought Prot 5 was a thing. I thought Prot 5 was a thing. I thought it was a thing. I was informed it was a thing, and I was lied to. Misinformation on my friends. They lied to me. I thought Prot 5 was a thing. It wasn't. Prot 4 is the max. So that book was useless. But not really, as all I had to do was literally, I bought another pair of diamond boots, made them Prot 4 with Feather Falling 4, and got rid of the other boots. So that's all I really did. That's really all I had to do. And like that, we have a full Prot 4 diamond set. And like that, that was awesome. And of course, I started buying mending books, making only the helmet and the leggings mending at the meantime, because I didn't have enough emeralds yet. Of course. Once, of course, I get enough emeralds, we're going to go ahead and make a full mending set. But for now, only the helmet and the leggings are mending. The chest piece and the boots will come in due time. And on day 71 through 72, I go ahead and make a little ledge to protect myself so I don't fall off, and begin to mine into the to the level of netherite, because we do need to get started on that netherite farm. I reached lava, but fortunately with dirt, I'm able to make a dirt pathway through the lava lake, so I'm able to find some secure area to begin my mining escapade again. Because we're getting closer to the Ender Dragon, and I am trying to get a full netherite set. I'm trying to be over-prepared for this. That is the goal. So once we do that, go ahead, strip mine a little bit, go ahead and make a wall of netherrack so I don't have to worry about dying. Swarm my portal so I don't have to worry about dying. Day 73, we come back. Make a bunch of, buy mending, make a bunch of beds for the explosive strat in the nether. Turn my chest piece into mending, by the way. Don't think I showed that, but yeah, I did that. And here it is, the bed strat. So we blow up our first bed, day 73, go back into here, and it worked successfully. We got lucky, and bam, first piece of netherite. Very, very happy I got that. So bed strat is the best strat to grab netherite, in my opinion. So we continue to do this strat, getting more netherite on the second bed I blow up. Of course, got to mine that beautiful thing and mine around it as well, because it works like diamond rules. You got to mine around where it's been found, and you'll find more netherite, as you can see right there. So ancient debris, beautiful thing to find. I know it's going to be harder to find later on, but for now, I'll take it where it's easy. So here we go, mine down until I basically run out of beds, and then strip mine to where I get to lava. But I now have this wide area, which I'm going to use to use beds to get more ancient debris. I explore the nether a little bit, and on day 74 in the nether, we end up finding a nether fortress in which I find some blazes, which is perfect, because I need the blazes for the blaze powder to get the Eyes of Ender going. So we're looking pretty good. So I am chilling at this spawner, and I stay here until I eventually get a stack of blaze rods, so I never have to come back here. At least early on, anyway. So once that's done, I get my stack. At least I didn't think I had a stack until I noticed the, blaze rods on the ground, and then was like, oh, I can leave. So I left, and never had to come back here, at least till later. And on my way back, found a ghast, hit the fireball back, and got that achievement. So I had to show that here, obviously. That's, so cool. So got that done. Went ahead and went back home on day 75. Made the brewing stands, because I need those to get me a, is it a Celtic, I think? The name will come back to me later. But I need it so I can go ahead and buy some ender pearls, make a stack of blaze powder. Oh, cleric, not Celtic, sorry. I had to make a cleric so they can sell me some ender pearls. But anyway, I made me a stack of blaze powder so I can make some Eyes of Ender later. I get the cleric upgraded to the max as I could, and as you can see, he did not sell emeralds, so it was a waste for me. I also buy my last mending book and put it on my diamond boots. So now I have a full mending prot set. We get another cleric here on day 76 to upgrade him as much as I can. Start messing with my farm again so I can make more of an income. Head back into the mines on day 77 because I got distracted. Continue the bed strat because I love it. Find some more ancient debris. Mine it, of course. Now we have a full freaking ingot. Head back home at the end of the night. Make our first ancient debris, which of course we head to the upgrade gear station. I think this is called a smithing table. And bam, we got netherite boots. I upgrade the cleric once again because again we're trying to get ender pearls, and I got nothing. As you can see, frustration. We get a third cleric on day 78. I try to upgrade him as much as I can. And as you can see, I ran out of resources to upgrade him. We buy a looting 3 book because I'm going to need that for later. Day 79, we head back into the nether. I'm all over the place, I know. Bedstrat is still supreme though. Found a piece of ancient debris, mined around it, and got 2 extra debris, which is why you do want to mine where ancient debris is. Day 80, we're still in here. Find some more ancient debris. I do mine around trying to look for it, of course, because ancient debris is beautiful. I do run out of beds and start doing the strip mine strat again and actually find some ancient debris off of that spot, so that's pretty cool. We then head back home so I can go ahead and start smelting this ancient debris. But first, gotta upgrade my cleric, who finally sells me ender pearls on day 80. We get the ender pearls I need, and I'm just like, thank God. So I just gotta now make the netherite, like I said I was going to do, upgrade to my netherite leggings, because those are going to be useful, and then also upgrade to my netherite helmet, with the last piece waiting to become netherite, my chest plate, which we will in due time. So we go ahead and buy 5 ender pearls as I can, sell to him as well to get more emeralds, and then buy 1 more extra ender pearl. We then turn those ender pearls into eyes of ender, and after that is done, I go ahead and basically organize my inventory, and day 81, here we are. After selling to a bunch more villagers over the night, we go ahead and have more emeralds to purchase, which of course I don't hesitate to buy. I just look at them, am happy, and bam, there we go. Bought them. Turn those into eyes of ender, of course, because we are getting ready to head out and to fight the ender dragon. So I get a bunch more beds because I'm getting ready to essentially fight the ender dragon. We also have a pink sheep because I was told that was rare. Found it somewhere odd. It has like a rare odd chance. But anyway, like I said, we were going back into the nether, found more ancient debris, had to mine it because bed strat supremacy. Once I found it, went ahead and started continuing my bed strat and found even more ancient debris, which of course is always useful. So after I got the ancient debris, just building to it, kind of just like took my time with this, we are getting ready. Like I said, the ender dragon is coming near, and I want to fight this thing. This is going to be the second time I fought this guy, and I'm looking very forward to it, but I won't speak too much on it until we actually get to that fight. But there you go. I grabbed the ancient debris like I said I was going to, turn it into netherite scrap, go ahead and turn that netherite scrap with gold into a netherite ingot, and then afterwards upgrade my diamond chestplate to a netherite chestplate, and like that we have an entirety of ancient debris armor. Let's freaking go. So as I start preparing, I buy some more ender pearls, turn them into eyes of ender, and we're good. Now we have eyes of ender. I kill mobs because I'm trying to get XP to see if maybe I can upgrade anything before I leave, as well as we start preparing. So in the time that I'm doing all this, the creeper freaking blows up and makes me sad. But yeah, I'm grabbing XP right now because I do want to enchant another sword to fight the dragon with. So that's why I'm fighting these mobs, trying to attack them. And as I'm editing this, I just realized I didn't show me buying a few other resources. So I had golden carrots. You guys saw the villager upgraded golden carrots. I forgot to show me buying them, but I did buy a few of those because I'm going to take those to fight the dragon. But we did make a diamond sword. I did see the unbreaking level. I bought it, and it was unlucky as can be. Bane of Arthropods 4. That is the worst thing I could have ever gotten on that diamond sword. But day 83, here we are getting ready, like I said, to fight the ender dragon. So I get ready. I go ahead and just went ahead and just bought another iron sword with the sharpness 2 and unbreaking 2. And upgraded it so I would have that, sharpness 3, unbreaking 3 sword. As well as bringing bottles, empty bottles, so I can get me some dragon's breath. Because as I was streaming, this chat was like, hey, dragon's breath. At least in the last run. So I made sure to remember to grab some dragon's breath in this run. But I'm essentially bought an extra shield because I'm going to need that. Put away some resources that I don't need. I bought arrows from the cleric. From the Fletcher. I bought golden carrots from the farmer, and golden apples I crafted from the gold I found in the nether in my mining. So that is what we had. Brought some building blocks as well because I'm going to need those for later on. Those are going to be very, very, very important. And at the night of day 83, we go ahead and start exploring. And on day 84, we actually found the area. So I start digging downwards in order to get to the stronghold, which we end up fighting pretty easily. Just fall right into it. I start heading downwards, getting ready to look for the portal, thinking it's going to be a hassle, but it literally wasn't, as I was literally just walking straight. This isn't even edited. I've literally found it. Went through one door, bam, found it. Silverfish were here to attack me. I fought them like the Chad I am, broke their spawn, and started beginning to place down their, the Eyes of Ender. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be the second time I've fought this dragon, and I am very, very excited. I fought it the first time, but as you saw at the beginning of the video, I did die in that run, so this is going to be the second time I fight it. Right now, I'm just getting rid of all this useless junk in my inventory that I don't need. So we're just getting rid of a bunch of stuff, trying to clear my inventory, so I'm ready to basically face this creature. But without further ado, after checking my inventory, go right in. So here we are, ready to fight the dragon. Second attempt by myself. I'm really confident. We have a full set of netherite armor with prot, so I'm very, very, very confident. It is actually a lot better than the last run I did when I came very close to beating this. So of course, off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and start trying to break the crystals, which, as you can see, my aim isn't the greatest. So I make my way through, accidentally look at an Enderman in the eyes, start fighting him with my pretty cool sword. I wish this sword was on a diamond sword, then it would hit even harder, but after looking at the stats, it hits harder than my diamond sword. My base diamond sword that I have anyway. But go ahead and start, like I said, breaking the crystals, because I can't do anything to the dragon without breaking the crystals first. So I tried to shoot it. Bam. That was a pretty good shot on my part. But with the last crystal beat, sorry, did not mean to hit my keyboard, we end up fighting this dragon, where I place a bed down to try to do the explosive strat, which I immediately regret, as you see, because it launched me in the air. So I have freaking strats. Water bucket saved my life. Forgot to say I brought that. But yep, we need a golden carrot to regen my health back, and I just start shooting at the dragon. Don't know why. Arrows get reflected when it's in the podium, and I do get my dragon. So there's my dub right there. So I start fighting the dragon, hitting it. It kills an Enderman. Poor guy. I get launched back. Doesn't really do much. But like I said, fighting the dragon, it's going to be awesome. This is going to be a very, very, very long fight. We're into day 84, by the way. But yeah, this is a very long fight. My first time ever, or not my first time, my second time fighting this guy, almost get launched twice. Holy crap. Pretty cool though, nonetheless, taking out this Ender Dragon. And my aim is not the greatest. As you can see, I'm missing so many shots. Luckily, this bow is very powerful. My lord, I can't aim. Let's not focus on my aim. But day 85, after a long, well-fought fight, I finally kill the Ender Dragon for the final time, or my second time by myself. So unfortunately, I really wish you guys were able to see me beat it the first time, but second time's a charm. So I will definitely take that. So of course, I grab all this XP and go ahead and grab the Ender Dragon's egg, because it's not a dub without grabbing the egg. So I go ahead and do the beautiful strat. The egg works like sand. You just have to, it just falls whenever you break a block underneath it. So bam, I got the egg. Woohoo! And like that, the dragon's done. But of course, we're not done yet, because we still have 15 days to try and live. So of course, I then go ahead and make my way looking for the little portal to take me to End City so I can get me some elytra. And I find it. So I make my way over to it. Once I get to it, however, I start building up to it, and afterwards, I go ahead and teleport into the beautiful area. And immediately spawn to a little End City building. So that was pretty lucky, but it's just this building. I explore it. Doesn't have really much in it. Killed the shulkers that were in it. Had some tools. The shovel was pretty solid, but emeralds definitely would take those. The boots were pretty meh. The swords were pretty meh. And the gold was great. But I spent the next 2 days, 86 and 87, looking for the ship, which I do find. It took me 2 days in this city, but I found it nonetheless, and of course make my way to it, start building up to it, because I do want the elytra. We get that elytra, bro. This is where I'm going to get the epic elytra. But anyway, I say elytra a lot. But yep, build my way to it. Super, super stoked as I get to make my way to elytra, but I'm got a shulker in my way. But grab the elytra. I love saying the word. I'll say it again. Has some decent diamond armor. Got extra diamonds, got some emeralds, and then another chest with some more gold, iron, And as I was looking to basically put away things, I didn't need the beds. Those leggings are literally the exact same as my netherite. They just don't have mending, but I took them anyway. And I make my way back home on day 87. Look at that. Woohoo! So I got the elytra. We're good. We are done. And like that, we beat the end. I don't ever have to go back to this accursed world because I absolutely hate this biome, or this dimension, not biome. I hate this dimension. This dimension makes me want to pull my hair out. I hate this place. So without further ado, we jump into the pit, and like that, we see the credits of Minecraft. I beat the game. Finally. But of course, we're not done here, because on day 87, we have 13 more days to do. So what am I going to do in 13 days? I beat the dragon. What else is there to do? Well, of course, there is one thing I have to do, which is get me a beacon, which of course requires me to go into the nether again. Of course, I have to get mending first, because I need that for my beautiful elytra, because I don't want the elytra to break. So we get mending for the elytra, which I'm going to use for later. I do get me some beautiful rockets that I'm going to need for later as well, because they help me stay in the air. I upgrade a diamond sword with smite, because I'm going to need that to kill the the wither skeletons, not the ender skeletons. And we go ahead and upgrade it as well with looting as well. We spent day 88 through 89 basically preparing for this day, and upgrading my tools, getting me ready to head into the nether. We do get Aqua Infinity enchantment book, which I put on my helmet, which is going to be super, super helpful. And without further ado, I get into the nether. Here we are, ready to fight some beautiful wither skeletons. Day 88 to 89. Oh man, we are reaching the end here. This is probably a very, very long episode, but like I've been waiting so long for it. But this is the first time I also really get to use the elytra. This is so cool. I barely ever get to use the elytra, and this is just this is awesome. My first time ever using it in survival. So I definitely love using this. But there we go. Have our first wither skeleton encounter and find a more horde of them. Don't know what that sentence was, but we'll do whatever. But anyway, kill it. Get the first skull that I need to start on the wither, and obviously gotta need 3 of those, which I do get my final one after exploring for a little bit. And we do get it, and on day 90, I return home, try to tame a horse. I know I'm a little bit late into the game on this, but I did find armor in that nether fortress as I was waiting for wither skeletons to spawn. So I tamed the horse, put a saddle on it, put the diamond armor on it, and yeah, just have this snazzy looking horse, who I decide to lead, once I grab a lead from my chest, to the fence, so I don't have to worry about him walking away. So yeah, boop, boop, done. And like that, I go ahead and start mining out a little area, because this is where I'm going to place the wither. I'm going to basically surround him in obsidian so that he cannot escape. As you can see, I start doing all of this. I start making a room. I'm going to keep him trapped in here deep into the cave so he can't escape. I can get some easy licks in, start placing the soul sand there. I then realized I'm out of soul sand. I had no more soul sand, so I had to go back into the nether to grab the soul sand, as you can see in my inventory. Head back in here just to realize I ran out of obsidian, so I went into a cave, turned this lava into obsidian, started mining all of the obsidian, went back into my cave on day 91, started surrounding it with more obsidian, so I didn't have to worry about this guy breaking through, only to find out I didn't mine enough, but as long as it was clogging the holes to basically keep him from escaping, it's fine. I then finally place down the pieces and get this wither spawning, and immediately start running to my corner, so where I can snipe him with my epic bow. I shoot one arrow, it's a flex, doesn't really do anything, wait for him to fully finish charging, and then BAM! Start shooting him. And now this is where I learned something. I stated this earlier, I made the room completely out of obsidian, and he broke it. I was lied to. I thought he could not break through obsidian, and clearly he did. And as you can see, he's making his way slowly to me, and I started panicking. So I was shooting as fast as I could until he finally got to the second state, and when he got to that state, I started smacking at him. So yeah, he's blasted me, but my armor is god tier. Don't really have to worry about it, and we end up finally eliminating him. And yeah, see, he destroyed the freaking obsidian, and I was flabbergasted by this. So much so, I started mining the freaking obsidian with my iron pick here. You can blame thieving tiefling for this misinformation. The man is the one who told me he can't break obsidian. So it blew my freaking mind to see him do that. But anyway, we got our nether star nonetheless on day 91. I went ahead and started making my beacon because I needs this beacon. And afterwards, we go ahead and start placing it down on, obviously, day beautiful 92. I place it down, but then realize I need to make a little pyramid, so I break it and place down some beautiful iron blocks, not ender blocks, sorry. Iron blocks, and then bam. We have a beacon on day 92. Yes, sir. It looks so beautiful. I look at the upgrades, don't know how they work, and just leave it alone. But yes, sir. There it is, my beautiful beacon, and I am so happy to have it. It is so good to have a beacon. And on day 92 to 95, I actually go out exploring to see if I can find some cactus so I can make the beacon green. Because, you know, I love green. But on day 96, I ended up coming back home because I didn't find anything. And it was just a waste of my time. And I didn't want to basically be out there for the last of the days. But on day 96, I wanted to end it off on something cool that I love doing. I know people think it's boring, but I love doing this. I went ahead and made a cartographer because I love mapping out the map of Minecraft. I think it's fun. I wanted to end off my final days on doing something I really enjoy. I always did this in every server I was in. I really like making maps, so I get my first map done, and you can see my home. As you see here, I make a whole little like wooden bulletin, which is where I'm going to place a bunch of maps of my layout. And I spend the entirety of days 97 through 99 doing this. I end up spending the entirety of days 97 through 99 doing this, filling up the maps, and getting them ready for the finale. I want to show you guys what the maps look like when we get to that end part. So I end up just filling maps, placing them down as they're completed, so it looks like a really nice, like, completed section of my map. Go ahead and make the original map I had a lot bigger, easily filling it up by just flying around with the Elytra, because Elytra, honestly, is the most efficient way to fill up maps, and it is so good. So we end up filling up this big map until it kind of resembles that one. Obviously, that's more of the top of this map. I don't have a bottom layer, but we have just the top section nonetheless. And here we are, finally filling it up on day 99, or well, 100, I think. And here we are, placing the last piece with lightning striking down and me trying not to die, so I go ahead and sleep, and like that, we are done. We lived to day 101, meaning I survived for 100 days, and we are done. I even had to place down the last map. But like that, the map is done. I dodged that arrow like a Chad and killed the skeleton, get him out of my face, but we are done. That's it. We lived. I'm just clearing out mobs at this point, but we're done. We lived. I beat it. I am so happy. It is so relieving to finally be done with this, and I love just filling out this map. This was awesome, and I wanted to thank you guys so freaking much for the support. This took out way too long for me to get out, and I'm sorry it took this long. Thank you guys so much. Look how happy he is. Let's go ahead and start swapping to PNG Mando so I can talk a little more. But I wanted to thank you guys so much for the support. I know this took way too long, and I'm sorry it did, and I'm very happy to have it done. This took way too long, and again, I'm sorry, but it's out. I said it was going to be out, and I promise is a promise. And thank you guys so much. As we're ending here, I just want to thank you guys so freaking much for the support. 1,000 subscribers. Hell, we're already at like 1.7, almost 1.8 subs, and oh my god, that's just insane to me. And I just want to thank you guys so much for the support. It's been a blast. I'm sorry this came out so late, and we're literally having a 1.5k sub video coming out literally tomorrow as well. But hey, back-to-back subs for Mando month. I'll take it. I think it's awesome. And when we hit 2k, we'll figure out what I'm going to do then. So, and we are super close. So let's try to reach 2k before the end of the month. Hell, maybe before the end of April if we can. But anyways, thank you guys so much again. It means so much to me having you guys, like, for all the support, for all the fun I've did. I'm speechless. There's words. Words are hard. English is difficult. Oh my lord. But anyways, thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I really mean it. Thank you guys, and thanks everybody who was on stream watching me go through this. This was absolute torment, but I was dedicated and willing to beat this. I wanted to for you guys, and I thank you guys if you stayed to the end of this. I know it's a very long video, but I appreciate it if you stayed to the end and listen to me ramble and just thank all of you guys. I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys so much. And this was awesome. I had a blast doing this. But anyway, guys, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you again for 1,000 subscribers. If you enjoyed, be sure to bless that like button. Out of this universe, subscribe if you enjoy the content on my channel. And hey, hit that bell notification too as well, because I do upload daily. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. dbzmando, signing out.